Alright, ladies and gents, this one is called Carbon Paper, I think. So anyway, we're going to have a spectator say stop anytime they want, so they do. And we'll stop here, and they stopped us at the Z5 of clubs. That'll work out nicely. We invite another spectator, or the same spectator even, if we are so bold, to say stop again, so they say stop wherever, that's fine. We're going to take the top card, and we are going to burn the top card like this, okay? Now, we have these 7 of diamonds here, and what we do, normally we would have the spectator put their hand on this, and then we would rub this on the back of their hand, okay? And as we do, they can feel the heat still on the card, okay? But the smoke stain has gone and left this card now, and has transferred to the card they've been holding on to this entire time. And it is a freak out moment for a lot of spectators, okay, which is awesome. It's always good when we can freak a spectator out. Okay, so let's get into how this works. It's quite simple to do, but there is a setup, so we'll talk about that. You're going to take a card, in this case the 5 of clubs is what I'm using, and we're going to just hold it underneath the lighter. Now as you hold it underneath the lighter, make sure that it's the flame that's hitting the card. If you're just underneath it like this, the only thing that's going to happen, if you're like this with it, nothing's going to happen. You won't leave any smoke stain. But the card will warp. The card's going to warp anyway, which we'll talk about in a moment. But just for now, as you do this, well, let's take the burn card that we already used. As you do this, just make sure you hit the flame like that. Okay? So you can see that I'm right here with it like this, and I'm leaving smoke stains all over the back of that card there like that. Okay? Not coming in really clear on the camera, but it looks darker where I'm at. Anyway, so what you do is you take that card, burn it, leave that smoke stain, you know, somewhere roughly in the center of the card. Put it into the deck, and then you're going to want to warp the deck a few times back and forth. Maybe do a couple of springs if you know how to do that. Definitely do a couple of shuffles, especially if it's a brand new deck of cards. Okay, and then you're going to want to just take the entire deck, make sure the card's somewhere in the center here, okay, because it's going to be warped, and then put it underneath a pile of books or something, and just let it sit for like, 10 or 15 minutes, and that will be enough to get that card to not be quite as warped, okay? So that starts off on the bottom of the deck, and when we're ready to perform, we just have it on the bottom of the deck, and we are going to do a Riffle Force. So we cut the cards, and then we invite a spectator to say stop anytime they like. We stop at the break, and just turn this face up, and then you can just thumb it off and say, great, we'll use the 5 of clubs here. Invite another spectator to say stop anytime they like. This is an actual free choice, so they say stop. You say, great, we'll use the top card here. We're going to mark your card, we're going to burn your card. And so hold the deck like this, and do just like before, and get a nice little smoke stain going on the back of that card. Okay, try to keep it somewhat congruent with the smoke stain you left on this card. And do a double lift. Okay, turn it over to show what it is. In this case, we have the 7 of diamonds. Now you're going to do Marlowe's KM move, which is where we take the double here, and from underneath, we're just going to slide away like this that top burnt card. Okay, the burn doesn't go through both cards, so but the heat will still go through both cards. So if you put this on the back of a spectator's hand, if they've got their hand here holding onto this, and you go like this, they're going to feel that heat, which is great, because it also sells the idea that this card just got burned, okay, which is really powerful, by the way. So they feel it, they can feel it cooling. You ask them if they can feel it cool off, whatever they say, turn it over, reveal there's no smoke stain here, invite them to lift their hand up, and then when they turn their hand over, or when they turn their card over, and they see that the smoke stain is here now, like I said, definite freak out moment in Magic, which is awesome, okay? So yeah, you're going to ruin some cards in this trick, but it's up to you to decide whether or not, if it's worth it or not, okay? Try it once, see what the reactions are, or at least a couple times, see what your reactions are, and then you can decide if you want to start, destroying cards. If you wanted to, what you could do is just take 5 or 6 cards, burn them, set them in a deck, put them underneath a pile of books or something like that, and just let it sit overnight. And then those cards will be fine to work with. And then you can just have some burn cards, from a deck of cards, and that you can just use. And then or if you want, if you're table hopping, you can just go right to the next table. Just remember to pick up your 5 of clubs if you're going to do it again. Or you can also just leave it as a souvenir, which is a great, nice little handout. So all kinds of different things you guys can do with this. Just remember though, when you do perform this and you have this card, yeah, definitely get them to put their hand over it, because you want them to feel the heat from the other card when you go like this. Okay. So between that, a double lift, minor preparation, and a KM move, which one more time is like this, where we're taking the card and going like this with it. Yeah, you got a nice little gem on your hands here, guys and gals. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you on the next video.